Hi, welcome to CTO, Cruising the Okanagan. I'm Anna Marie.
I'm Ed.
And today, Ed and I have taken a cruise into the beautiful North Okanagan, where our cruising friend Terry has invited us to come check out his personal garage. And you're on the road with CTO.
Hi, I'm Terry. I've been collecting cars since I was 14 years old, and be 74 soon, and I've amassed a pretty nice collection of cars, and I'd like you guys to have a look. This is a 1970 Dodge Challenger. It's a bit of an interesting story of how I got this one. I realized after a lot of years that I was good at finding cars and buying cars, but I didn't like selling them. So for this one, I traded 8 cars for it. Actually, 7 cars and a 40-foot lift bucket truck to a gold miner. And the interesting part of this, I mean, it's a pretty car, but even prettier part is under the hood. It's a 528 Hemi.
Terry, this is the one I was excited about when I heard you're coming out here. Generally, we all grew up with this one. We all know it. We all know the song. Tell us a story about it.
This is an interesting story. I found this car in Saskatchewan. And it was red with a black vinyl roof, and it had been restored, but it was nice. And made the deal with the guy, and my middle son is autistic, and he loves the Dukes of Hazzard. I let him drive it on the back roads. He'll never be able to have a license of his own, but taught him how to drive it, and he's white-knuckled down the street when he looks over and he says, "I'm driving, Dad." Yeah, he says, "I feel like Bo Duke." So he said, "Chris, I'm going to build you a General Lee." And that's what happened.
Oh, I love that
so
story.
Cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I love that thing.
Well, some of you might be familiar with this green Essex. It was featured on the Rust Bros show, and it was fabricated by DUBS Custom, James West.
Terry, I've got a lot of questions about this car. It is cool, man. What inspired you to do it?
Well, I grew up on a farm in Saskatchewan, and the first car I can remember riding in was a 1929 Essex that my grandfather had, and it was his only car he's ever had. And I've got it almost restored. So I saw the front wheel sticking out from under a tarp, and it had an Essex sign on it, and I talked to James, and it was just the rolling chassis was all that was there, and I asked James if he could possibly make a speedable boat-tail roadster. After a bunch of wrestling around with prices, we went ahead with it.
Oh, that's awesome. Like, it turned out.
And he did a fabulous job. He made all this stuff from flat sheets of steel. The guy's amazing.
In loving memory of Hannah.
Well, during the build, my wife passed away suddenly, and the guys put that on there. It surprised me.
Oh man, that's so nice of them to do that. You know, it really shows you the people behind the work. It's, you know, how they're just good people.
Yeah, made a lot of good friends.
Yeah, she's with you every time you go cruising. Yeah. She is.
Yeah.
Well, I traded 3 cars for this one. This car was actually restored at a shop in Kelowna, and it's not an original Superbird, obviously, or I wouldn't be able to own it. But it's such a good job. The engine is such an important part of the car. It was a Ray Barton 426 Hemi. The guy apparently paid $35,000 just for the engine. And it drives really nice. It's just fun. Took it to a car show in Vernon, the big car show there, and it won Best in Show. I was pretty happy with that.
How long have you had it for?
A year and a half or so.
Year and a half? And also this, I didn't realize it was just new.
Yeah,
I thought you'd had it for
I've only driven it a few times. It's the first car I can remember riding in. It was my grandfather's Essex, and I've always wanted to restore it, so I was lucky enough to get it out of the farm, and used 3 other cars to put together an Essex. And I call it my grandfather's Essex. But it took more than just his cars to get to this stage.
Oh, but the bones of it is your grandfather's car.
I pulled it out of the bush.
Oh, that's... And you call it the Acorn.
The Acorn is the engraving on the handles, and the dash is the instrument cluster is really pretty with
oh, wow.
The Acorn.
That's beautiful. And that's...
It's 1 year only. This is the 25th anniversary, so Essex used the Acorn engraving only 1 year in 1929.
Well, thank you, Terry, for having Ed and I here today. It's been a great day. We've seen some awesome rides, and John's now going to take us for a ride.
1930 model cabriolet.
I get the good seat. Well, we're at that time of year, guys, where the event season's over. Now we switch to our winter content, of course, on the road with CTO. So I hope you enjoyed what we got for you this winter. We've got several more coming up. We're going to be all over the valley, and I just hope you guys really love it.